What's the story, guys? Welcome to another episode of What Happens Here podcast. Today we are proudly sponsored by Founders Coffee, the most tasty, delectable coffee here in Las Vegas. This place rocks. Let me tell you. It's on Durango, right across the road from IKEA. If you take your WHH promo code, you are going to get 10% off your order. Check it out. Man, the Aussie Project. It's a meat pie sausage roll business. It's authentic Australian food. Now, listen, guys, if you've never had this and you want a taste of Australia, we're going to put all the details in the bottom of the description at the podcast. We deliver in LA. We also deliver right here in Las Vegas. How could we forget Baller Balm, the most essential beard balm on the planet? Now, this is for when your beard needs to be money. And, of course, as always, today's episode is proudly fueled by...
This is the current Irish whiskey belt holder. This is the Rich and Smooth Challenger. Ding, ding.
It's going to be another proper podcast today. Let's do it, baby! Thanks for joining us direct from Show Creators Studio here in Sin City, Las Vegas. I want to thank everybody that's listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much for joining us once again. I want to introduce my co-host for today, my main man, Matt. What's up, Mr. Perino?
Hey, what's going on, Marcus? Good to be back.
The ultimate food champion. How you doing?
That's right. I'm good. How about you?
Mate, I'm great to be here with you.
Beautiful to be back.
Back here in the podcast,
That's
getting everything done. So what's been happening since we saw you last time?
Oh man, you know, a little bit of tilting back the old proper and just hanging out, just chilling.
So
we had a huge announcement that happened today.
Speaking of Proper 12, there was a huge announcement that happened today. Do you want to talk about that?
I do.
We'll talk about it.
Let's talk about it then. January 23rd, it is official. Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier 2 is going down. We don't know where.
Well, I'm hoping it's going to be live here in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Actually, I'm stating it now. It's going to be live here in Las Vegas. Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, T-Mobile Arena.
That's right.
Live in Las Vegas.
And we reckon on the What Happens Here podcast side, Dustin gets dusted in one.
You going to put some money on that?
Absolutely.
Well, hey, guys, thanks for joining us today. You know, this podcast, we started it back in March during the pandemic, and I like to feature people from my hometown locals, people that live in my community. Our next guest today, she's no exception to the rule when it comes to that. She is a business owner. She is a former pro bodybuilder, and she has the most amazing... I want to say I like to call it like a health restaurant. It's called the Protein House right here in Las Vegas. If you haven't been there, do yourself a favor. You got to go check it out. I've been there many, many times. Would you please welcome to the podcast today, another Brazilian beauty is in the house. Give it up for Larissa Reis. What's up, buddy? How are you, my friend?
Thank you. Good.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for the invitation.
Oh, you're very welcome. I haven't seen you for a minute. You look amazing.
Oh my God, I look like a mom.
What is that? What's happened?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've been coming to your shop, to your restaurant for many, many years now. How long have you had the Protein House here in Vegas?
8 years.
8 years. 8 years. Now,
yeah, we're gonna open a new one now in Blue Diamond in January.
You know, that's right down the street from my house.
That's awesome.
I'm so happy
a brand new one.
Wow. Now, I used to come to the Protein House when it was a coffee shop. It was a coffee shop.
Yeah, me too.
It was a coffee shop.
I love to go there.
I love to go there as well.
Italian coffee.
Italian coffee, that's right.
Yeah.
So I used to go in there and have some amazing coffees, and then you guys took over, and the food there is amazing. Who creates the menu?
In the beginning, we hired a chef.
Yeah.
And we try to explain to him the concept, you know, because it's not everybody understand diet, and chefs usually, you know, they're not nutritionists, so they don't know. And we're like, oh, we want something, you know, with sweet potato, with quinoa, brown rice, this and that. And then we give him directions, what kind of food we want. And then he put together a lot of our menus today. And of course, since then, we change a lot.
Right.
As we
evolve. Yep.
Yeah, we see what people likes more, likes less. And
So basically the menu that was formed in the beginning, was that formed on because of your experience in nutrition from being an athlete?
Yeah, me and my partner, we both have this lifestyle of bodybuilding. I did for 12 years competing as a pro. And my life was all about food, right?
Right.
And why not have somebody cooking for me? So that's why we decided to make Protein House a place that we can go eat. Because people, when they compete, they are so restrict, I can't eat that, I can't do that. And then they eat at home, afraid, and bring their food, No, at Protein House, you see athletes, people like go on stage in the same day, they eat there because we can make the food the way they want as well.
Yeah. A lot of people don't really understand, with bodybuilding, nutrition is probably 70% of it, of course, with rest, and then the training's about 30. Do you think that a lot of people don't really know about nutrition these days? Do you think a lot of people have no idea about what to put into their body? It's like me and Matthew, we're drinking proper 12 Irish whiskey at 10 o'clock in the morning, and kind of Larissa said, you guys don't drink every day, do you? And I was like, no. But a lot of people don't know about nutrition. Why is that? Why do you think?
I think the media is the number one, and the food industry, as you go to the grocery store, example, you read a label, right? You get a package and you're like, oh, it's health and, fat-free, this and that. And then people are like, okay, this is health,
Yeah.
They lie to people.
Right.
And I get so mad because as I study more, I just certificate as a health coach.
Congratulate.
So,
Okay, that's why you were condemning me for drinking whiskey.
No, I'm not condemning you. I'm trying to understand you.
It's going to take a lot more.
Maybe we can have a session.
Oh my God.
I would love that.
So, but in general, to be healthy is not just about food, like you're saying. It's about your holistic. It's everything. It's your career, your relationship, your food, how you think, how you sleep. It's everything.
Yeah, sleep is important.
So people can say, "Oh, I eat clean, I'm health." No, if you have stress, you're not health. You have to have that balance. So what I was saying in the food industry in America is really sad because they spend like billions and billions of dollars to lie to people. And that's what people believe. They go buy their, the package for their kids, and that's why I get so mad. Like sample Kellogg's, right? They do cereals. Did you ever read what the ingredients are? And you see their family buying for their whole family. It's like artificial colors. Artificial everything. And it's just so bad. And it's proved that it's cancer.
Wow.
And people buy, and you are able to sell here in America. In other countries, it's not legal to sell this.
Right.
And they change for other countries.
Right.
Kellogg's, they can't put artificial colors in other countries. But in America, it's okay.
Yeah.
So, and I get so mad because you see their kid overweight, their family just feed them packaged food full of chemicals. And it's really sad.
I think that America, that the fast food industry is the first alternative. In Australia, health food is first. McDonald's and KFC and all that other crap comes second or third or fourth. Here in America, McDonald's is such a, and I don't know if you guys know this, the potatoes that they use for McDonald's French fries, they're a specific potato because they are so long, right? Notice French fries and McDonald's are very long and they're very yellow. The color of the fry is very yellow. That's because of a chemical that they use to make the potatoes that big. Unfortunately, as you said, those potatoes, the chemicals that are used are proven carcinogenic to give cancer. That's
and I know a lot of people, they are okay with eating GMO and it's not okay. It's proved. Did you see how much lawsuit they have? The Monsanto and all this Roundup, they have more than 150,000 lawsuits because people are sick.
The weed killer, right? The weed killer Roundup.
Yeah.
And also that Zantac, that heartburn medicine. They've also, there's a lot of, it's just, I mean, how do you even begin to stay safe in this nation of chemicals?
Grow your own food. That's the solution. Also help communities. That's what I want to work with kids, like help making garden in their school, help them know how to gardening, and that's what it's about. There's a lot of celebrities, they grow their own food.
Right.
Like Lenny Kravitz sample.
Well, have you, and how good does he look Oh my God, he looks amazing. Shredded, handsome, beautiful
Yeah.
skin.
And also think about your health for your whole life. You know, you're not going to get cancer. You're not going to
Yeah.
have a lot of problems, you know, that you see today that is common.
Right.
People
right.
are dying early today.
Yep.
It's almost tough to live to 70 in America, especially like growing up here.
Yep. So Matthew's
crazy.
a chef as well. You cook a lot of your own food. You're really passionate about food. Do you try to stick to the healthy route?
Sometimes I love food, so I some unhealthy things taste delicious. Chicken sandwiches.
Of course,
that-
it's addicting, right?
Yeah, it's
But
addicting.
as my business partner's
It's addicting.
chomping into a chocolate donut.
But that's why they create their food for people to get addicted.
Absolutely.
And that's why people are addicted and they can't change.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
And
going back to
they're
the
fucked.
going back to the fast food, that became like an American thing because mothers and parents are so busy. And it's just so much easier to just run through McDonald's. She gets off work. She does 9 to 5. She's tired. She can't come home and cook a full meal. So they'll go through the drive-through, quick bite to eat for the kids, and that's it. And then next thing you know, when they ask what they want to eat, they always answer, "Oh, McDonald's," or you
Yeah.
know, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's,
And it's not real food.
right. And yeah,
Yeah.
especially like she was talking about the Kellogg's and the colored artificial flavors, stuff like that. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just everywhere. And the FDA pretty much approves
Everything.
everything.
Yeah,
Everything.
Okay, so that's a sham as well. It's corrupt. The
Yeah.
FDA is
It
corrupt.
is. It is. Do you know what is natural flavors? That is natural flavors in everything. So you read natural flavor, you think it's good, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
natural.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Natural
it's
strawberries.
not. It's the same
The
as
puree
artificial.
strawberries.
Yeah.
It's the same as artificial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So
more I learn, more I go crazy when I go to the grocery store. So I only get to the I only get to the produce session, and
Yeah.
that's all about that.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, I mean, that's commendable that you have such passion for the health industry and to keep people healthy and kids and you just became a mother again for the second time.
and I'm done now.
You're done. So how is motherhood compared to bodybuilding?
I'm gonna. It's a lot of work, you know. It's like I don't know what is sleep 8 hours like nonstop anymore. I don't remember when was the last time I slept like that.
Yeah. So
like
And how old's your newborn right now?
it's 5 months.
5 months?
Yeah.
So you haven't slept well in 5 months.
No, I have my toddler too,
Oh,
2 years
yeah,
old.
okay.
oh, she hasn't slept well in 2 years. What the fuck are you talking about? 5 months.
I don't know what is sleep for 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember in my back times when I was an athlete, you know, sleep was everything for me. You know, I slept like 11 hours
Yeah,
straight,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I used to train 3 times a day. And
So let's talk about that. So when you say you're an athlete, you're a pro bodybuilder. You traveled all around the world.
Yeah.
You're into fitness and health. And I remember the first time that I saw you was at the Protein House. I'm not sure if you were competing or if you had just come out of a competition, but you were just in phenomenal shape. And I was like, oh my. Then I looked at all the pictures of you up on the wall, and so that was kind of the last impression that I had of you in my head. And then when you came in today,
I was like, oh no, she looked like a mom.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I wasn't thinking that at all. I was
Okay.
thinking, wow, she looks really, really amazing. You looked great before for that look,
Yeah.
which I appreciate and I
Yeah.
understand. But I think that you look amazing right now. So your bodybuilding career started when?
It started in 2005 in Brazil. That's when I decided to compete. And in Brazil wasn't popular at all.
Right.
I used to do Playboy in Brazil. Can you believe I was a
Shout
playmate?
out to Playboy.
Yeah.
I was a playmate. In 2003 I was
You have
in
any
my
photos
first.
of that right now? or
I have
no?
at home, yeah. Old magazine, you know. But it's classic, you know. It's
Yeah.
very like classic style of Playboy in the time. And for me, it was huge, you know, because in Brazil only celebrities do Playboy, and it was a good thing to.
Yeah.
But anyway, after that, I was like, you know what? I don't want to just be posing and, oh, look at how beautiful my body. And I want to show more respect, right? And then that's why I decided to do bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Because when you see a person's body, when they are trained, you are, wow, you give respect,
Oh,
right?
definitely, yeah.
Because it's like, wow, she trains, she's
But it's a lot of work.
dedicated. It's
A lot of work.
yes, it is a lot of
Dedication.
work.
Yeah.
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 So that's why I decided, and everybody was criticizing me in Brazil that I should never do that because only ugly people in Brazil does bodybuilding.
Right.
That time wasn't popular at all.
Yeah.
Only like those big girls that look really masculine,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
But I was focused in America with the girls that I saw competing here. I said, no, I want to compete with them. And everybody was like, oh, you're not going to do it. You're not going to make it. I was like, yes, I will. So I was determined, to come here and do it. And I made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you came from another country and became successful in a sport that they told you not to do.
Yes.
And then you came here and did it.
And I made it. And also I compete with my muse inspiration in the time was Monica Brandt. We compete in the same stage and they compare my body with her
Wow.
in the
Damn.
same show. I was like, right there, I was like, I won. Just to be with the person that inspired you
Absolutely.
in the
Yes.
same show.
That's awesome.
And I was so happy because she didn't retire, because she's older than me.
Yeah.
And I was afraid never catch up,
I can see you getting emotional now.
Yes,
I can see it in your
do,
eyes.
I can feel the
because
passion,
it's-
though.
Yeah, it was really,
That's
it
awesome.
was real. Imagine you have a poster of your muse and you were training for that body, and then you together. It was amazing, my experience
Yeah.
with her. And she was a very nice girl. And, I lived the dream that I put in my mind. I had sponsor for 10 years.
Wow.
Was the same sponsors. That's why I was traveling the whole world, competing with the best athletes in the world. I went everywhere, Australia to India. I did the first show in India, competed.
Wow.
They had the first bodybuilding show in India. It was amazing.
Damn.
And it was really a dream, and now I'm happy with everything that happens, and now I'm a mom. I'm in a new level of
A new
life.
chapter in her life. Yes.
Yeah. What do you think is the biggest misconception about female bodybuilding?
Is that you look like a man. A lot of people think because you have muscle, you should not be a woman. If you have muscle, you should not look like that. Or it's a lot of people
Yeah. So, I mean, look.
judgmental
Yeah.
about.
Well, as we were saying before, people always judge what they don't understand. Now, the bodybuilding industry, it's one of those sports where steroids is kind of not spoken about, yet it's
Yeah.
the most highly obvious part about the sport. Are you comfortable with talking about this?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so with female bodybuilding, obviously, as well as the nutrition and the training and the sleep and everything that goes along with being a bodybuilder, steroids is also a huge part of it.
Yes.
Is the reason that the women become so manly is because they are taking testosterone to build their strength? Explain that to the people that are listening.
I believe that we are all different, right? So maybe if I take a little bit testosterone, it's going to be different for somebody else take a little bit testosterone because we are different.
Right.
So some people take a little bit and they look super masculine. Some people take a little bit and they don't look masculine.
Mm-hmm.
They look very feminine. Some people take a little bit testosterone, they lose all their hair.
Yeah.
Some people take a little bit testosterone,
get the
they
pimples.
change their voice.
Right.
And other people no.
Right.
So it's very you can tell if it's gonna be good for you or not.
Mm-hmm.
But in my time, if I didn't take the steroids to compete, I wouldn't be in that level
That was my next
to
question.
compete.
Can you compete without steroids?
In the federation that I was, in the level that I was, no.
Wow.
Right.
If you're female.
Right.
Now I can't tell for the man because I'm not a man. So I heard a lot of guys, they're natural, they look really great, but to have that pump, like sample, if I see a person, I know what they are taking. Just by eye.
Yeah.
I know what
Yeah.
they are taking.
Yeah.
My
So-
brother's got an eye for that too.
Yep. Yep.
It's not something, some people you can see more, but because I've been in this industry for so long, so I can't see when the woman is taking, I know what drug she's taking.
Gotcha.
Right. Yeah.
So the men's kind of similar. As my brother could look at somebody and be like, oh, he's on this, he's on this, he's on this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
you can
weird. I'm like,
tell.
how do you know? But it's the way they're built.
Yeah, you
So-
can tell. And then for me, in the end of my career, I was start to get a little sad of seeing the girls competing with me. Their look wasn't looking healthy anymore.
Yeah.
And of course, when you're competing in the day of the show, you're the most unhealthy person on the planet because you're dehydrated, you don't have water in your body, your eyes, you can see through your eyes, right? You're
Shit.
not right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I start to look the girls around me and I was like, I'm done. I was like, don't want this anymore. You know, I was kind of like a little slave because I need to compete. I need the money to continue. You know, I was living my dream life. In the beginning, it was beautiful, but when you do for 12 years, it's not more the beautiful anymore. It's kind of work, you know, and you taking those things over and over and over again. You really get tired of that.
Wow.
What a lot of people don't understand is that steroids not only physically affects you, but mentally it's so powerful to your psyche and the way you feel. Did you have trouble getting back to having a normal physique after always being in shape, being on the juice, and then stopping all that? How did you adapt back to just being a normal woman?
Well, that's what I'm doing right now. Like, simple, I just had 2 babies, right? So I'm in postpartum shape right now. Trying to get back in shape is really hard because I'm 41 years old.
Hey, if you're listening, guys, she still looks fucking amazing, okay? She still looks great.
41 years old. I want to be like at least 10 pounds lighter. And I see the struggle, but my struggle is because I can't sleep right. If you don't sleep, you don't gonna lose your weight. You can't, right? And then mess it up my train. I can't go train if I don't sleep. So I'm in that level. So for me, it's not that important right now how I look like. It's more like I want to be there for my kids and be happy for them and not go crazy on a diet. I need to look good. I need, you know, like those girls on Instagram, they just had a baby and they look ripped, you know, but I look at them, I was like, okay, so they probably have a help, have a mom, I don't have nobody to help me, you know, I don't have my parents anymore. And my fiance family does not live here too, so we're kind of alone, you know, doing all that. So it's really hard. If you have a helper, it's much easier.
Takes the stress off you.
Yeah, so you can sleep, you can train, you can do your things, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you doing any training now at all? Are you doing anything?
Yes.
Are you doing home workouts?
Yeah, I'm going to the gym. Actually, I train at True Fusion. I love that place.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about that place.
Because I like to do yoga, stretch,
hot yoga,
cycling, and then I do the classes they have. You know, for me to start right now, it's perfect because I can't do my own pace. You know, and I get motivated because I'm with others too. Yeah. Then go to the gym alone.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I did that for so long, so I like to be around people and motivate me. You know?
Yeah. So, you know, as you say, you can tell by looking at someone if they're on something. You can tell by looking at me and Matt. We are on absolutely nothing right now.
Just alcohol.
Just a few things of alcohol. So, you've been in America for how long?
Since 2007.
And you're about to open your second restaurant. That is so impressive.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Is there any Brazilian food in these restaurants? Do you have any Brazilian
That's a great
flavor?
Yeah,
question.
we do.
Yeah.
We do açaí. Açaí is from Brazil.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, açaí from Amazon.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
Really?
in Brazil, they eat that as salty, with salty food.
Yep.
Savory.
Yep.
Here, we made for like sweet, you know, like a smoothie.
Yep.
So people can eat more. But in Brazil, the reality in Amazon, they eat with savory.
Yep. Are you planning on opening more restaurants eventually? Is it a restaurant? Would you call it a restaurant?
Yeah, it is a restaurant. Yeah. I mean, we have a franchises.
Yep.
We have franchise all over US.
Yeah.
We open one international. We have in Dubai.
Wow.
That's
Dubai.
awesome.
And also
Wow.
we have one just open like a little protein house bar inside Minotauro's gym in Dubai.
No way.
Yeah. He's a good friend of mine, and I'm happy that he opened there.
Okay, so you know a few UFC mixed
Yes.
martial artists, right? We were
Yes, of
talking before.
course.
Now, who's your best friend?
Cyborg.
Oh man, Chris Cyborg,
Yeah.
just definitely one of my favorite female fighters of all time. Formerly of the UFC, now she's in Bellator. She is looking amazing
The
right now.
savage,
Oh my
the savage
god,
Chris Cyborg.
she is so like. I remember meeting her a couple of years ago at a fan event, and she was just so nice to me. We took some pictures together, and actually, I'm not sure if you've seen it. My friend, he made a wooden sculpture out of oak of Chris Cyborg.
Oh, I saw that.
He's my friend.
Okay.
And we kind of like, I introduced him that day, and then he ended
Yeah.
up making that amazing.
Oh, and you know what is a amazing about Chris is that since I know her from Brazil, she never changed.
Really, she's been
Like,
this.
no, she never changed. She's
Yeah.
like a millionaire now, you know. I look at her because we came in the same time to America to have this dream to compete. We both, you know. And in the time I was more famous than her. In the fitness, and I bring her to my booths, you know, to introduce her to the fans and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And now it's like I go everywhere. People don't even know me anymore; just know her.
Yeah.
And it's a
God.
line for her everywhere, you know. And she comes to my house. She's still the same person. She sits on the floor. She's like, take off her shoes. She's just her, you know.
Yeah.
She never changed. And I always tell that to her. She's like, Chris never changed. You're so amazing.
That's
you know?
awesome.
Yeah,
Very
you know
humble.
what? That says a lot about a person
Yeah.
when they remain humble underneath times of celebrity and stardom.
Yeah.
That just shows the real heart of a person. And the fact that she is probably one of the most well-known female mixed martial artists in the world, even up there with Ronda Rousey, that's just amazing. And I'm so happy to hear that because there's nothing worse than a
Yeah.
celebrity that's fucking stuck
Oh
up.
no, Chris is not like that. She's just out of this world. I
Yeah.
never saw a person like that. And even though with so much money that she has now, she just yesterday called me. I bought a house in Las Vegas. It's like, you know, like me, like I bought a water here. You know, I bought a house. I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well,
I'm so happy for her. You know, she deserves everything that she has right now
Yeah.
because she's amazing.
Yeah, and she's a hard worker and she's an amazing athlete and she just looks sensational. I've seen some of her modeling shots she did the other day. Actually, I was on her Instagram and I was
I
like,
do all her directions for her photos now.
is that right?
Yeah. See,
Wow.
I mean, I've been doing for a couple of years now, so all those bikinis, hot shots, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, I've been
Okay.
doing that for a while.
Yeah.
And she loves, you know, because she trusts me, and I because her world is just fight,
Yeah.
fight, you know. So the modeling world, it's you really need to be on that world.
You've got to combine it, right?
Yeah,
It's
so
got to be, yeah.
because I did for so long, so I tried to introduce that, and you know she loves, you know,
And she has a
she's
great
beautiful,
physique.
and she's beautiful.
I was just gonna say.
and she deserved to show that,
Yeah.
you know, because she is. And I was very upset when this thing happened with Dana White
Yep,
talking
about
that she
Vanderlei,
looks
like
like a-
Vanderlei Silver in a dress.
that was really, really unacceptable. A person saying that about another, you know. And I'm so happy that I'm helping her to get her confidence back because this.
Did that affect her confidence?
I'm not gonna say that affect because she didn't say that, but as a friend,
And as a female, that would hurt, right?
yes, as a friend, I can tell that affect a little bit. Of course, affect anyone. If somebody imagine your boss tell you, "Oh, you look like a girl."
Yeah.
You know, like for a girl, it's a lot, and,
Yeah.
and she put all her heart in the UFC and anything that she does, and then for you to be treated like that by your boss,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, it's just like kill your vibe, right?
Yeah.
Just kill her vibe.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. And I can see you getting emotional again. You're such a good person, Larissa. You're getting tears in your eyes again talking about
I
your best
do, I
friend.
do.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Brazil.
People don't understand. You know, people say things, and I don't know if they really mean it, or, you know, people just say things off the bat because they don't understand how that would make that other person feel. You know what I mean? Like, Matt tells me I've got skinny legs. I tell him he's short. You know,
I was literally going to say the same thing. Marcus tells me I have skinny legs all the time. I don't know what's up with that.
But it's different when you
Yeah.
are a boss and you say this in national.
Yeah. No,
TV
yeah.
or
Mainstream.
YouTube, you
Yes.
know, it's like, and then you have all those people talking the same thing to her. It's just
Yeah.
hurtful.
But you know what?
If he never
said that,
she wouldn't be so much people talking.
well, you know what? She's
Bad.
prevailed. She's moved forward through it. She looks
Definitely.
amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone that I talk to loves Chris Cyborg.
Yeah.
We love Chris Cyborg here.
Yeah.
And we would love to maybe get both of you guys on the show.
Yeah, I would
That'd be
love
fun.
that. Yeah,
That'd be
she's
a lot of fun.
amazing. She would love to come here.
Yeah.
And she looks more beautiful than ever.
Wow.
Yes.
I can't wait. So
She's
when-
killing it in Bellator right now,
Yeah,
too.
she's doing
great.
really
Did you see her
Yes.
last
Of course.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Had a lot of money on that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt's our little mixed martial arts enthusiast. He does a lot of my research when it comes to the fighters, and yeah, he's a huge, big Chris Cyborg fan.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's great. Yeah, I can't believe your friends there. Show them the mask. Show everyone the
Oh
mask.
yeah, I'm always with her mask. Here she sent to me her Chris Cyborg. Man.
That's right,
Come on,
Cyborg
it's
Nation.
Cyborg Nation.
Yeah.
That's great. It looks amazing.
Savage.
That looks
That
amazing.
is savage. I need one of those.
So when's the new restaurant open?
It's gonna open January. I'm not sure the dates yet, but it's January. You can, if you pass by, you're gonna see the name already.
Maybe we'll come down. Yeah, we saw the sign. Actually, I
Yeah.
saw the sign this morning driving past. So maybe
Yeah.
we'll come down and cover it. We'll bring the cameras down and we can do the opening sequence. Yeah.
And it'll be awesome. So
Yeah, I can't wait. Do you still have the Thai curry chicken? Was it?
yes,
That was my favorite. That was my favorite.
Mentioned that immediately.
Remember that?
we do.
Yeah,
we do.
you've been to the Protein House, right, Alex?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Actually, come and jump in. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to the podcast one of my best friends. He is the star of Australia's Thunder from Down Under. He is the man that owns the Aussie Project business. Welcome to the podcast, Alex Biffin. What's up, Alex?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good
Thanks
to
for
see
having
you.
me.
This is
Yeah.
Larissa.
Hi.
Lovely to meet
Nice
you.
to meet
We'll
you.
fist
Yeah.
bump.
Yeah, we'll do that. So, Alex,
COVID fist bump.
Protein House, you've been there. How long have we been going there?
Well, I think it might have even been you. It was one of the.
It was me and you.
It was, yeah, I think you might have taken me there for the first time actually, and yeah, I've been in the show 10 years now, so
Yep.
I've been going there for 10 years. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Well, it was a coffee shop before. It was the protein.
Right.
The
Yes,
protein.
Was it
I
House.
right?
guess
Okay.
everybody likes that. But the guy did really bad. That's why he sold.
Really?
Yeah, he was, how to say, failing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Failing.
That's,
That's
nice.
universal.
Yeah.
So
He
yeah.
could afford the rent anymore.
No, you got to. Which way? This way? You want him forward? Move closer to me, Matt, when we do the wide shot. There we go. Sorry, hang on. We're going to get Biffo's camera.
Biffo's so huge. If his arms are a little smaller.
There we go.
I was
there
looking
we-
at the opposite
No,
screen.
no,
I thought-
there you go.
Yeah.
So the reason, obviously, Alex from the Aussie Project is one of our sponsors. They basically it's Australian food. It's meat pies. It's sausage rolls. Is the chicken pie? Have you done
The chicken pie's out. We've come up with a good recipe for that. We're pretty happy, so we're excited about that.
So basically, your business is brand new. You're making food. You're making pies.
Yep.
You developed the recipe yourself, right?
Yeah, correct. So I had a base recipe, and then obviously I tweaked it here and there, and just through making it a lot more, just came up with a better and better recipe. So, of course, we're still improving every day, but we're pretty happy where we are right now anyway.
So what's the difference between American pot pies and an Australian meat pie?
Yeah, so there's a pastry base. I suppose they have pot pie base. Yeah, it's mainly the flavour in the stew and how it's made. It's more of a traditional Australian stew in the middle.
Yep.
I'd say with the chicken and the sausage rolls. And it's got a very flaky it's got a very flaky top as well. So yeah,
Right,
So,
and so you're delivering in Las Vegas and LA.
Yep, we're doing Las Vegas and LA. There is a delivery fee to LA, of course,
Yep.
but in Las Vegas it's free delivery. You just have to look up the Aussie Project on Instagram.
Yep, we're gonna pop that in right there. You're gonna see it.
Yep.
It'll the Aussie
very-
Project on Instagram.
Yeah, that's-
Also, they're on Facebook.
We're on Facebook, and we're working on the other platforms with TikTok, and we're coming up with some funny sort of commercials
Yeah.
to put out there, and some Australian humour.
So maybe we should bring some of those tasty meat pies down to the Protein House, and you can put them in there and see if they have a cheat meal, the Australian cheat meal. Would you call it? What's the calories in that?
It would definitely be classed as a cheat meal.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
I'm
eating-
vegan now. I don't know.
really?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
been one
you've
year.
tried them?
It's 1 year I've been vegan.
Oh, you've been vegan, so
Yes.
okay, nice. Oh,
Now-
very
Yeah.
good.
Now, what has that done? What has that done? How has that changed your everything?
Well, I was having a lot of issues, health issues. And when I started to do my course, my health coach course, I started to learn about all kinds of diets, because we have so many. It's like more than 100 kind of diets in the world. And which one is the healthiest one? That's the question, right?
Yeah.
It's hard
debatable.
to say. It's hard to say. Oh, this one is it's what works for you.
Yeah,
Right,
absolutely.
That's my answer. It's always what works for you. If meat works for you, that's great. Make sure it's a grass-fed meat, organic,
Like the carnivore
grass-fed.
diet.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I don't judge people that eat meat
Now, are your
because
kids- are your-
I know they need,
Yeah.
But for me, I found out that whole food plant-based is the one that makes me more healthy because I was having a lot of sinus infections, a lot of problems, and dairy, gluten, and processed foods, and a lot of other things, was making me sicker. So when I stopped it, I was like, wow, I'm another person now. I never more went to the doctor, never more got sick, and never more. So...
Sorry.
Go, Val.
I was just going to ask, how quickly how long did it take you to feel the change once you went from meat to vegan?
It's hard to change because people think, that's why I don't say I'm vegan.
Yeah.
I'm whole food plant-based because there is a big difference between those.
Right, okay.
Because you say I'm vegan, you can be eating all the processed meat, the processed food, it's not healthy.
Right.
So you can, that's why we are very specific. I'm trying to be whole food plant-based. I say I try because it is hard.
Right.
Because you have to make your own food all the time.
Yeah.
You have to make sure you eat all the rainbow colors all the time. It's not just like, you need to plan, to get all the nutrients that you need. You need to plan in advance. So I eat a lot of greens, a lot of fruits, a lot of oatmeals and things like that,
You do protein powders still?
I stop a little bit.
Yeah,
with
get over it,
protein.
right?
Yeah, I stop a little bit because we can have all the protein from the plants, from a lot the food we can have, and so that's why I stop with all the artificial things. And
Do you serve any plant-based meat at the protein house?
yes, we do.
That's awesome.
We have a Beyond Meat and also Impossible.
Nice.
You can choose.
What's the difference between Impossible Meat and Beyond Meat?
Well, the Impossible, they look like a meat.
Right.
They are really red.
Yep.
They,
I like those ones. That's what I like. Yeah.
Yeah, they look really. And the Beyond Meat, it's a little different. It's not taste like red. Some people they need to look like
It's a
red.
little dark.
Yeah, it's just different and tastes different too. So everybody's different.
So obviously, are you thinking about maybe doing a meatless pie?
I was thinking about doing a Beyond Meat pie, but that's obviously going to take a little bit of playing with. We'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, I am thinking about that because obviously, I mean, the way the world is now, it's all going vegan, it's all going, meatless and all that type of stuff. Yeah, sustainable.
Yeah, it's all about sustainable now.
Yeah.
I went to Marcus's and made a couple, when I made those Philly cheesesteaks.
Yep.
And I made a Beyond one.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
a Beyond, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and it was really good. He couldn't taste the difference. So
No,
maybe
no.
just switch the ingredients instead of steak. Just do Beyond
Really?
Meat, and it'll just be good.
It cooks the same Beyond Meat?
I think,
It cooks quicker.
You can't
it cooks
overcook it. You
quicker.
can't undercook it.
Right.
It's really good.
Okay,
But
nice.
I think this is a great way for people to switch to be a vegan.
Yeah.
Those meat
It makes
because
it a
they
lot
are
easier.
processed.
That's right.
They
Yeah.
process
And
it.
literally, like, guys, I don't know if anyone's ever tried the Beyond Meat. If you've had a Beyond Meat hamburger, or if you've had the sausage, or even if you've had the chicken nuggets, literally, you cannot tell the difference. You really can't. It makes you feel lighter. It even
Tastes the same.
It tastes the same.
It
It makes
does.
your poop better. I know that's a little bit graphic, but it actually does.
Yeah, because of the fiber, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it
because-
goes right through me.
Yeah.
With the TMI.
Yeah. So the meat pie. How's that going? How is it going? Are you?
Yeah. I'm telling everyone it's simmering at the moment. So there's interest,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then there's stuff popping up all over the place. We had our first catering gig the other day, so we do cater. We're also doing crispy fries with chicken salt. So we're starting to do that as well for catering. So do you know what chicken salt is? Have you tried
No.
that?
Have you ever tried it? It's an Australian thing, right?
Yeah.
It's an Australian phenomenon.
Okay.
Phenomenon.
Shut up.
When I went to Australia, I was on diet. I was telling him I was competing, so I could enjoy myself
Right,
much,
yeah.
So
Yeah. Is that the thing? Do you think that's the worst part about? I mean, the
Competitions.
dieting is the worst, right?
yeah, because you have to carry your food everywhere you go. You're afraid because it's hard to find. You can't find protein house everywhere, right?
Yeah,
because
yeah,
otherwise I would know I have chicken and rice there for me.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
way no salt, no nothing. Because when you compete, that's the problem: is the salt. How they prepare the food, and you can't trust nobody. Because even if I go to a restaurant, I tell the person I want this with no salt. They look like me. I'm an alien.
Yeah.
Right?
Salt on the side, or do you want
Yeah,
it like?
and they don't understand it.
Yeah.
They put a little bit. think it's okay, you
Yeah.
know, and that's why we came up with Protein House, because we can make the way you want. You know?
I mean, that's
And
what,
we understand the weirdos. So that's the best part.
that's one of the hardest things, isn't it? Competing. I know I've got some friends who compete, and their diet, especially like a couple of weeks out of the competition, it's just so hard.
strict.
so strict, and
It is.
Drinking distilled water with parsley in it.
Well, I never get to that level, because
Oh my God.
you don't think you don't need this to line anymore.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Oh, you don't
can't-
need it?
No,
Really?
This is past.
So
This
was that a
is-
phase, or was that true
I
or
think
not?
this is like an old myth, like
Right.
old school
Yeah.
stuff, you know,
Yeah.
because I always prepare myself without that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was really ripped.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's not.
Well, you know, it's like the Thunder from Down Under guys. You know, those guys are always in phenomenal shape. You guys always got to be ripped on stage. But when you guys are getting ready for a calendar,
Yep.
you guys pretty much go through the same kind of diet structure as a
Competition.
as a competition
Yeah.
bodybuilder. You guys, you know, drop your water or load on the water, drop your water 3 days out. You eat nothing but
Strict diet,
Yeah, yeah.
training, and so I mean, it's obviously not the level you
Like
do.
miserable.
Yeah, it is. I mean, obviously not the level you do, but
It's very similar.
It's very. It gets especially
Because
it's-
girls suffering more. I will
Yeah.
tell you
Oh,
that.
yeah. Yeah.
Girls
I
has
bet.
more fat. That's why we
I
have
bet.
babies.
Oh, wow.
That's why
Right.
we have to suffer more to look like that.
Yeah, I know a couple of the boys are walking around. You sort of have to be careful around. They get a little bit cranky because of lack of carbs and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, the cranky comes from that's right,
Yeah,
eating
lack
no
of
carbs.
carbs,
Yeah.
Just around that time
It's
of
just
year.
not sustainable, right?
Yeah, no, I
to
know.
live
If
like
you
that.
were to walk around like that all year,
That's why
Yeah.
I feel like those diets is all fade diet. It's
Yeah.
not sustainable at all. That's why I decided to be whole food plant based.
Yeah.
Right.
And to live forever and teach my kids.
Are they going to be vegan as well?
Well, they are right now because I feed them. But if they decide not to be, that's their choice.
Would you let your daughter
Of course.
be a bodybuilder?
If she wants to, yes. But I tell her the pros and the cons. You know.
Right.
If you want to, but I don't know if she wanna be. I don't think so.
So if she came to you and said, "Mom, I want to be in this competition next year. I want to do a little bit of Prima Bowl and maybe some Anavar," how would you go with that?
Wow.
Well, if she does that,
Straight
I
to it.
would
Monitor it.
I will bring her to a doctor
Yep.
because today we have hormone doctors that can prescribe and take your blood test, see what you really need and things like that,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
Not like to do like how I was doing the black marketing, buy online, who doesn't even know where they come from.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm so glad that I never got sick because I know people that got diabetes
Wow.
taking steroids from underground.
Wow.
Doesn't
Yeah.
even know what they find, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
because you don't know what you put inside your body.
Yeah. And
right?
is that a thing? Like doctors actually prescribe females?
Yeah.
Stuff like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I actually never knew
it's
that.
called hormone replacement.
Really?
Yeah, but that's different because, I mean, you can choose to have a synthetic hormone or bioidentical hormone. You know, so I would prefer to go to bioidentical. It's more
Okay.
expensive, but it's the same as your body produce.
Wow.
The
Okay.
synthetic, you're gonna feel the strain more, you know, but it's synthetic,
Yeah.
and you can get sick later on.
Yeah. It's kind of like T therapy that they do for males over 50 now. It's
Yeah.
all done. Now, listen, guys, we're talking about steroids pretty freely here, but just and if anyone's thinking about taking steroids, that's cool, but just do it through a doctor.
Yeah.
You know, go and get your blood pressure checked out. Go get your heart
Yeah.
checked out. If you want to get into that, we're talking freely about it.
Yeah.
Larissa is experienced. She's been doing it for many, many years. But however, not that she recommends it, but if you are going to do it the right way.
Yeah, if you're gonna kill yourself, kill correct. That's what I always say. If you're gonna kill yourself,
That could
kill,
be a t-shirt.
kill that is gonna go a long way. You
Yeah.
know, not
Wow.
like
Yeah.
because today everything kills you anyway.
Everything kills you.
Even
Yeah.
the water you drink. So
That's right. I don't drink
Wow.
this Nevada water. I can't
Oh,
drink
yeah.
that out of
it's
the tap.
better not.
Yeah, you drink water out of the tap in New Zealand or
no.
Australia? In Australia or New
It's
Zealand?
good.
Oh my God, the best.
New York's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah,
I
New York's
mean,
good.
Oh my goodness, New York.
Yeah, it
that,
was good.
That old pipes there.
It was good. It was good.
You have courage. I
Well,
would
well,
never do that.
I'm used to Lake Mead water. I would never do
Fuck
that.
that.
That's next to like New Mexico or Mexico water
Yeah,
or something like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Alex, just real quickly, I just want to just talk about something real quick. Obviously, Las Vegas, the entertainment community, we've been down since March.
Yep.
Recently, Governor Sisolak has said that some entertainment venues can open. Thunder from Down Under is with the MGM group. you guys have just started back up.
Yep.
About 2 weeks ago. How's it going?
Yeah, it's actually going really well. Obviously, there's a lot of restrictions. I mean, the audience has to be a little ways back from the stage, and we have restricted numbers. Normally we can house about 450, I think.
Yep.
At the moment, we can do about 100. It's still a lot of fun. I mean, from our point of view, it looks like the girls are still having fun.
Yep.
A lot of fun. You know, they're still going crazy and stuff.
Yep.
So that's good. That's always good.
Yeah, and the show's obviously still the same quality that Thunder from Down Under has always been. Ladies, the show is open right now. If you want to get your tickets, you can do it online. You can do it through the Excalibur. There is minimal seats, but if you want to go and check out probably the best ladies' night. Have you seen Thunder from Down Under?
No,
We're
that's
gonna
how
get you some
I
tickets.
saw the
Billboards.
the billboards, but now I can't go anywhere with a baby, you know.
Yeah.
But I always wanna check it out.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we're going to take care of you and Chris Cyborg,
Okay.
VIP.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going.
We'll have to. Should we wait till the show comes back to normal, or should we?
Well, you know what? Hopefully everything will come back to normal. But as you said, it's still a lot of fun in there.
It's still a lot of fun.
And
yeah.
we got you guys got
nine shows a week. We do it every day. Tuesday's our dark night. We're doing 9 shows a week. So if anyone wants to come check it out,
Yeah,
How are ticket sales doing?
I mean,
the
for-
packed house.
You guys are sold out every night, pretty much.
Wow,
We're sold
really?
every night. So we. I mean, we've got limited numbers, as I said,
Yeah.
because of the restrictions.
Yeah.
But still sold out every night, which is really good.
I kind of called that. I told you, I was like, they're gonna sell out like every night. Like everyone's looking for something to do in Vegas, especially the girls.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, now you can't have anything here. You
Right.
see, Olympia would going to be now in December.
Yeah.
No more.
Oh,
now it's
really?
gonna be in Orlando.
Yeah.
The World Jiu-Jitsu Championship would be here. Now it's in Orlando too. Everybody's going to Orlando
Because
now. Why?
Florida is letting everything slide.
Oh,
Yeah, they're putting
they're
the-
Social
Republicans
events
there, right?
Yeah, social events, things like
Strip
that. They're
clubs
letting it
are
all
open down
slide.
there.
Yeah.
Everything's
Yeah.
Really?
See,
Yeah, they've opened up.
Florida's
They-
the new Vegas.
everybody needs to vote for the next government here.
Yeah, I mean,
Very
I think it's in
serious.
2 years. I think it's in
Yeah,
like 2
he
years.
has 2 more years.
Yeah.
He's killing us.
Yeah.
She said it, not me.
I don't like him, so I don't.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody likes him.
Well, you know what?
Nobody.
Everyone has their opinions. I don't like to get political on this show because, I don't have my citizenship yet, so I don't feel that I have the right to make an opinion. once I become a citizen, then I can go throwing my opinions around. Until then, I'm just going to shut the fuck up. All right. So, Alex, anything that you want to plug before we fucking bring this
mate.
down, man?
Yeah, no, I mean, just check out our Instagram if you want to order. It's, as I said, free delivery. We'd love to meet you. We always throw in a few extra little free goodies, like, you know what I mean? So, hit us up at the Aussie Project
There's
Instagram.
your camera's right there.
Oh,
Alex.
yeah, just hit us up, the Aussie Project. We'd love to see you.
Yeah. And how's your thumb?
My thumb it hasn't grown back yet, but
Alex chopped his thumb off about how long ago?
crocodile.
A crocodile?
No. It's just believable because I'm Australian. No, it was a plumbing accident. Still cable. Just
Wow.
undid my thumb like a bottle cap. So
It ended up in one of the pies. So if anyone
it's like Willy Wonka's golden ticket. You find
Yeah.
the thumb, you're gonna get.
Don't worry, that was eaten months ago.
I'm pretty sure I saw Maddie eat one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it.
pulled the nail
Must have been chunky.
Pulled the nail out.
So what's that? It's just a bit of gristle. You'll be right.
Oh man! So, Larissa, we always like to finish off the podcast with our guests saying something positive. Maybe there's somebody out there that needs some advice in health or just to make them feel better. You're an immigrant that came to America. You've achieved so much. You're a businesswoman. You're a mum now. If there was something positive that you could say to women out there that are listening to this right now, what would you say?
I would say for you guys to detox yourself from the social media, the TVs, all those negative thoughts, all those negative people. Just block from your life, even around you as well, and try to meditate more and focus more on your goals, what you really want for your life to be a sustainable happiness, because you don't want a happiness just today, tomorrow. You want something sustainable, right? You want to be happy. So really find that inside you, what is really make you happy, and go for your dream. Have this hope, because people don't have hope anymore.
Yeah.
We can't lose the hope and try to find and block out these negative people around you, the TV, the internet, do a detox more often.
Yeah.
and renew yourself and your vows for what you really want in your life.
Well, there you go, ladies. Look, you can follow Larissa. We've put her Instagram handle up on the screen today. If you guys are looking for a fitness coach, or maybe you want a health coach, then we can see it right up on the screen there. Just look up Larissa.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank
I can't
you.
wait. I'm just so
amazing.
happy for you. I'm so glad that
Thank
I got to, we've met many times over the past. I'm so glad that you got to come into the podcast today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, you guys.
I really do appreciate it. I want to say thank you to Mr. Alex Bloody Bippo.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me.
He is the owner of the Aussie Project, A Taste of Australia. Thanks for coming on, man. Have we got some pies out there?
We do have some pies.
Ooh, so we're going to have some pies after the show.
I want to see that.
Car City time.
And of course, I want to say thank you to my main man, Matt Perino, the ultimate food chef. This guy right here. Make sure you follow him on his Instagram. Did you get more followers after I did that thing?
Yeah, I got a few followers, definitely. You get some good people on your side. Some good people on your side.
We do. I want to thank all of our sponsors very much for making this show possible. Everyone here at Show Creators Studio. I'm Marcus Deegan. This is the What Happens Here podcast. See you tomorrow.